I've recently been obsessed with reading about what purchases people made that gave them the highest return on investment on Reddit. I dove head first into this rabbit hole, or Reddit hole, and found some crazy stuff. But have you ever wondered what's the best investment that you've made? The single best thing that got you the highest ROI? In this video, I want to talk about 11 things that I think have the highest return on investment. Let's go. Now, the rule with a pull-up bar is to not put it in your basement or somewhere where you don't walk frequently. The key here is to make it super easy for you to access it. For example, my pull-up bar just hangs above the door in my room. This has been such a great investment. It cost me like 70 euros to get it, and it has contributed so much to my physical health. Every time that I walk in and out of my room, I just see it, and sometimes I'll just do a few pull-ups. It's such a passive thing to have that's just good for your muscles. The same goes for any gym equipment, like push-up handles or a squat rack. The key is to make it as easy as possible to get started. So that's why I chose the pull-up bar, because it's just hanging above my head and I only need to lift my hand up to start doing a pull-up as I'm walking out or into my room. A book, or Audible subscription, or a Kindle, something that lets you read. I don't have a Kindle, but people on Reddit say it's really good. And there are many reasons to read books, of course, but the biggest one is that a person spent thousands of hours compiling all of their life's work about a certain topic, and you can just download that information into your mind just by spending like 6 hours. Here are a few books that I would recommend starting with. What I love the most is that books often challenge my beliefs about the world and change them for the better. If I hadn't started reading books, I wouldn't know anything about habits, financial literacy, mindset, and many other things. It's a really good investment. This is a weird one, but I hate vacuuming. It takes so much time and it's super loud. A robot vacuum can clean your house when you're away, assuming that you didn't leave anything on the ground that it can get stuck on. That's the only drawback. It also saves you so much time. You just press one button and your house is clean. Or any other subscription to a sport like yoga or anything else. I think this one is sort of self-explanatory why it's good. Doing some sort of physical activity is not only good for expanding your lifespan, but also for your mind. This is the idea that Stoics talk about a lot, and it's the idea that you should treat your body rigorously so that it doesn't become disobedient to the mind. Now, I yoinked this one from Reddit because I haven't gotten a laser eye surgery myself, but I think it's such an amazing thing. Sight is one of the most important things of the human body, and so not having the obligation to wear lenses or glasses my whole life, I think it's a great investment. But I haven't done it, so do your own research. This may seem very weird for those of you who have no idea what that is, but essentially they're in-game items. Think of them like NFTs, but in-game. It's basically a thing you pay for, so your guns in-game look nicer. It doesn't add anything else. So why is it a good purchase? Well, for one thing, you get to enjoy the skin and play the game, and number two, they usually go up in value. Recently, the game company that makes this game, Valve, announced a newer version of their source engine that's going to come out for this game. And all the prices for these skins just skyrocketed. So if you bought the skin 3 years ago, you enjoyed it for 3 months and played every week with it, and now you just sell it for a higher price. It's just an investment. It's like borrowing something, but you don't have to give it back, and you get money in return for borrowing it. So I think it's a pretty good ROI. Now, these two tools here have given such high ROI for me. This one is just a Swiss Army multi-tool, and it has everything from small tweezers to a toothpick. Anytime I need to unscrew or cut something, I just pick this up and I know it will probably be able to do it. Now, a knife is also useful if you're not living at home. For example, if you're a student and you live in a dorm room, then this is really helpful. I've had this for 1 or 2 years maybe, and it for sure paid for itself. Of course, you can just get a normal knife that costs $5, but this is just so satisfying to use. Just listen to the click. Oh. And you can flick it open like this, which makes for a great fidget toy. Anyway, This little book probably netted the highest ROI in my life. It's where I write down everything that I need to do every day, and as soon as I complete that task, I just cross out what I did. It may seem very stupid and very simple, but why does it work? After I read Atomic Habits by James Clear, it became very clear why this works for me and keeps me accountable. In order to build a successful habit, you first need to make it obvious, like noticeable, and I notice this little book every day because it's on my table. Then you have to make it attractive. So I make it attractive because I've never failed to complete a single task here. Everything is crossed out. And it would make it very unattractive if somewhere in the middle I would just have one task that's not crossed out. So it motivates me to complete everything that I write down here. Number 3 is make it easy. All the things that I write here are very simple. For example, try to learn something new for 10 minutes. That's something I write here every single day and I cross it off every single day. Just learn something for 10 minutes. It's ridiculously easy to do because I can just open YouTube and watch a video about a topic that I don't know much about. And the final step for making a good habit is to make it rewarding. And it's very rewarding for my brain to cross things out. I'm recording this video right now because I wrote down that I have to do it in here. I would have probably done it anyway because I'm a whore for views. I also saw someone on Reddit recommend melatonin gummy bears, that's kind of interesting, and a hammock too. Turns out there's some research that suggests that sleeping in a hammock is a lot better than sleeping in a bed, but don't quote me on this. Now, getting enough sleep is essentially the best life hack to just being healthy, productive, and living a better life. So if you constantly have to sleep in a loud environment, then an investment of $2 to get a set of earplugs is well worth it. At the beginning, your ears might hurt a little bit, but after you get used to them, the quality of sleep that you get in a quiet environment is crazy. I had some very loud neighbors in my dorm room, so I was waking up like every 10 to 20 minutes each night because of the noise. And this has been the single best investment that I made for my quality of sleep. It saves money since I don't have to buy coffee when I go out, and it's just a great thing to look forward to every single morning. Oh, I love coffee. I also saw someone mention a self-steering coffee mug, which is also pretty interesting. If you're a man, which if you're watching this video, chances are you are, getting a high-quality razor to shave your beard is just such a good investment. Not only do you not cut yourself over and over again if you have a good razor, but you're able to reuse it for a longer time than a poor quality one. It also comes with these interchangeable tips, so you don't have to buy the whole thing again. Those disposable ones that you shave with only a few times, you just have to throw out so fast. And getting a higher quality one will just last so much longer, which means it will save you time and money from keeping to have to buy these low quality ones. This is my list of the things that give me the highest return on investment. But I'm really curious, what is yours? What's the single best thing that you've ever bought? Please let me know in the comments. If you find topics like this interesting, then I'm sure that you'll enjoy my email newsletter as well. I send it out once a month with a tip, some cool websites that I discovered, or inspiring quotes from a book that I'm reading. You can read it completely for free in the description or subscribe to it by entering your email and you'll get it every month inside your inbox. See you later!